What's up, boneheads? I'm here with my KTM 525 dirt bike, as you can see. It is finally, after years of trying to get this thing running right and working and fully registered as a dual sport, I've done it! Yes! It finally has a plate right there, and it has all the things, and it's legal, and it's a motorcycle now. So it was one heck of a process living here in Nevada, and I don't know if any of y'all are running into the same issue with your dirt bike, going through all of the lovely red tape and forms and good stuff. So if so, this is the video for you. I will do my best to explain how I got my bike registered and all the fun forms to fill out and driving back and forth across town to get it inspected. So stick around and I will tell you the whole story as we go. This is the first day I've had this bike on the road, like on the public streets with traffic I'd like to say ever. Legally I never have, but I thought about taking it out a few times, and if I had done it, it would have been a really good time. But I would have been nervous the whole time, so I didn't. But yeah, now we're here. We're on the road with the general public. It feels good. I left my turn signal on. Who bet on it? Cruising down the road with my signal on like a dingus. I remember that time though. Slightly less of a dingus. This is not the road to speed on, considering there's a sheriff's office a quarter mile up the road. Alright, well, let's get into the... don't you even think about it, brother. Can't ever take things for granted, man. So let's talk about the process of how this bike has been and what all the paperwork has been like to get it where it is today. Fully plated, street legal, insured, tagged, all that fun stuff. So I originally bought this bike about 4 years ago, 4.5 I think now, and bought it from a good old boy. Oh, we got some fun going on up there. I bought it from a good old boy out in the desert who would use it, as far as I can tell, only as a dirt bike. But it had this dual sport kit on it with mirrors and lights and all the stuff you need. And it's a 525 EXC, and somebody, oh brother, glad I'm not in a car. Man, never a dull moment. Where was I? So this bike was an EXC, which to my understanding meant it pretty much came from the factory as a dual sport. So assuming that, and with the dual sport kit and everything that was on it, I had assumed, which way do I want to go? I go down here. I had assumed it was ready to go to register, even though the guy I bought it from hadn't registered it. And I didn't exactly know what documentation was needed to go with it. As I found out later, bikes of this year, this one's a 2004, I don't believe most bikes of that year even came with a title from the factory. They just came with like a certificate of authenticity or origin or whatever you want to call it. Ignore me leaving my turn signal on again. I just got a certificate with it. It didn't have like a normal title, but I figured, oh, it's a dirt bike, I should be able to just take it in with this document that came with the bike. It was the original documentation, and it should be no big deal. The first time I go to the DMV, they're like, yeah, this is all bad. You need a title, you need all this stuff, which I didn't know anything about. The guy I bought it from didn't even have his name on the title or the certificate. There was like 3 people before him that all had their name on it. So that was a whole mess. And as you might expect from the type of person that I'm describing to you, this bill of sale was basically a sheet of notebook paper with his name and the VIN and some dollars and cents on it. So that wasn't super great. So that's all I have. So I start trying to figure out the process with, the Nevada DMV and figure out what's the situation with that. What's the right process to go through. Now my steps are probably a little extra beyond maybe 25. Are you joking? Oh, hey, speedometer. That counts, right? So I start going through the process of figuring out what to do. And I call the OHV DMV, and I don't really want to go to the end of this road, so I'm going to go screw around in this parking lot while we chat. So I called them, and they're like, yeah, you need to get an OHV title, like with your name on it, proof of your ownership of the vehicle as a dirt bike, and then you need to get it converted and take all that to the regular DMV and get a legit title and registration, and then you should be all set and square and good. So, it sounds easy enough to me. This isn't really where I wanted to go. I guess I can go left. So I start that process. I do some research on what forms I need to get a dirt bike title, and this had never been registered in Nevada, which was another fun step, because I didn't have a Nevada title, I just had a certificate. So I had to get a form, basically, I believe it was called a statement of facts. So I can put the link to that in the description for those of you trying to figure out this nonsense along with me. But so I get that. It basically is like the mother of all bills of sale. It gets the seller's information. It gets the buyer's information, which was me. Let's see what's up here. I've never actually been up here. I think there's a weather station up here. Oh, there's just a fence up here. The view might be nice. Oh, this is fun. Exploration. Oh, this is not as exciting as I was hoping. Well, alright. Exploring, that's what's fun. So I get this statement of facts document. Says how much I bought it for and the VIN and all the pertinent information about the bike and the seller and when I bought it. And I believe, there was an inspection on that sheet. So I had to get it safety inspected by an OHV dealership. As far as I can understand, you can't just go and get a regular DMV inspection because, I don't know, it might have worked, but I didn't want to take chances, and it seemed like they wanted a professional OHV place to sign off on it. So I take it down there, have them do the VIN inspection on it, make sure it's a legit bike, get them to sign it, and then I have to notarize the thing, which is a whole nother fun deal. Most people don't just have a notary in their back pocket. So I do all that, I send it with my bill of sale, with all the inspection stuff filled out, and I sent that into the DMV, the dirt bike DMV, the OHV DMV, and they send it back. Turns out I didn't realize it was on the sheet, but with 4 different sellers on the bike, I didn't know anything about it. It had a lien on it, or at least the certificate was signed with a lien on it. So they send it back. They're like, it has a lien listed on it. You need to get a release of lien and send it back. What's up? Where did you come from? Weird. So So they send it back to me and they say, get the lien released. I look at the information on the certificate. Somebody's tearing it up over there. And, woo! Splishy splashy. It's a bank that I've never heard of, which I then look up. Turns out it's not even in business. It is shut down and been taken over by another bank. So I call that bank, and they give me an email address of where to send a copy of the certificate with the lien written on it, the certificate of origin, and they would supposedly send me a release and mail it to me. So thank God that went pretty smoothly. I was expecting another hurdle and pain in the you-know-what to deal with. That little dirt path looks kind of fun. I don't want to die today, but it's cool. So I get the lien release in the mail. I send that back in to the OHV DMV with my statement of facts and my certificate of origin and my bill of sale and all the fun stuff. And I say, please give me a title. Please, God, give me a title with my name on it. And I get a title in the mail, which means I now have a registered dirt bike in my name. That's where I wanted to go up. Oh well, we can take a lap. Brother. What's up, brother? So I have a title with my name on it. Thank you, Jesus. I then have to get a different form filled out, basically stating that this dirt bike has been legally and safely converted to a motorcycle, and it has all the necessary equipment to go on the road and be legal. So back I go to the power sports dealership to have them inspect my bike. Should have done it at the same time now that I know what I know, but you know, we like to do things the hard way. So they inspect it, they check my horn, my mirrors, my lights, all the fun stuff. I'm going to go left here and hopefully not get rear-ended. That was probably not my smartest move. They inspect everything. The one thing they told me, you can kind of see, I think you can see down here on the floor, so I got some more reflective stickers. That was the only thing they told me to add for legality. Maybe you could get away with it, maybe you get yelled at. So I bought some $5 reflector stickers on Amazon. I got 2 up there, 2 back here. Can't really see, but I stuck those on, and power sports guy was happy. Said, yep, you're good to go. Signed my paperwork, gave his stamp, gave all that stuff, and said, your form's all filled out. The other piece to the safety form, it stated, if I can remember correctly, it stated that you need a DMV VIN inspection. So I'd already gotten the dirt bike VIN inspection for the dirt bike title, and then I went and got the motorcycle safety inspection from the dirt bike people, and then I had to get another VIN inspection from the DMV bozos. So I go and do that, and I get that signature on my motorcycle sheet that says everything's as it should be in place for that never gets old. I kind of want to go up that. Not yet. Oh, hello. So nothing to see here. Woohoo! Good thing you didn't see me 30 seconds ago. So I have everything filled out with my safety certificate. I have my title. So I finally get to go to the DMV. I bring them all my papers. I have it insured. Make sure you have to insure it before you go, because you're insuring it as a legal motorcycle. So those are kind of the big 3 of your dirt bike title with your name on it, your highway use affidavit or whatever, and your insurance. And when you got those, the DMV will let you in. They look at all your papers. You pay your whatever fee for them to run your paperwork, and they give you a license plate, and they give you a legit road title and a registration, and Bob's your uncle. You get a freaking motorcycle, dirt bike, street legal, no legality issues. But boy, it was a pain in the butt for me. I will tell you that. My turn signal's on. Golly. It's been a while since I've ridden a motorcycle, alright? Cut me some slack. But yeah, that was a process. It probably took me... it was an on and off process for me. I didn't go, completely in order week to week, but I would say an overall process with all the extra stuff I had to do was probably like 3 to 4 months, which is not ideal. Oh. Man, the cops are out and about. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, time frame. So 3 to 4 months, allow some time if you're going through that process. Obviously, if you're starting with a bike that's got your name on it already, a title, a legit title, that'll help. That was a big step in my process because that was pretty confusing for me. Once I had the title, the real confusing part was just getting the safety inspection done. So make sure you've got all your stuff on your bike and you can take it to a place that's willing to fill out that DMV form. That was the big one. The first gear on this is so freaking high. Yeah, once you do that, deal with normal DMV baloney, and yeah, it's no big deal. No big deal, he says. I'm gonna go up here and take some pictures for my for sale ad. So that's kind of the end of the story for me. Is now that I have all my paperwork done and I've got a plate on this thing, I'm gonna go over there where it's less crappy. There's these guys that I don't really want to bother me. I'm gonna squeeze through here, and hopefully nobody gets mad. Nothing to see here, officer. I'm just taking some nice pictures on my bike. Not hurting anybody. Yeah, so that's my process. I know it was a little long and rambling, but that's definitely how it felt in the process too. Yeah. Drop a comment if there's anything I can do to clear things up for you. I claim to be no expert, but I do claim to have success. Proof positive right here, baby. License plate. So that's pretty much all I got for you. Thanks for tuning in. Follow along for more boneheaded adventures and activities if you're into that sort of thing. And stay tuned for what I buy with my motorcycle money, because I'm very excited. Are we gonna cooperate? I feel like this is good. All right. There she is, folks. Cheers.